Welcome to Nature Whispers, a walk on the wild side. Good day, legends, and welcome back to the channel. It's an absolute perler of a day, and we're about to embark on a thrilling adventure, a real nail-biter. Today, we're counting down the 10 most dangerous animals you have to avoid. Now, these aren't just your big, toothy predators. We're talking about a whole menagerie of critters, big and small, that pack a serious punch. This planet of ours is just teeming with incredible wildlife, but with all that beauty comes a bit of danger, and it's our job to understand and respect that. Some of the animals on this list are going to absolutely blow your minds. You might think you know what's dangerous out there, but I promise you there are a few surprises lurking in the shadows, under the water, and even right under your nose. We're going to look at creatures whose danger isn't in their size, but in a tiny, potent drop of venom, or in their sheer, unpredictable power. It's a testament to Mother Nature's incredible ingenuity, creating animals that have perfected the art of survival and defense. So whenever you're out there, whether you're trekking through the bush, wading in the shallows, or exploring a new country, you've got to have your wits about you. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Understanding these animals is the first step to staying safe and appreciating them from a distance. Right then, let's not waste another second. Let's get ready to wrangle with some of the most dangerous beauties on Earth. Right, kicking off our list is a creature that's more ghost than animal, a silent, almost invisible hunter of the sea. It's the box jellyfish. Look at this thing. Isn't it a bizarre-looking beauty? It drifts through the warm coastal waters, especially up in northern Australia, looking all delicate and harmless. But don't you be fooled for a second. Those long, trailing tentacles, which can stretch out for meters, are armed with millions of microscopic stinging cells, little harpoons just waiting to fire. One brush against these, and you're in a world of strife. The venom of the box jellyfish is what we call cardiotoxic, which means it attacks the heart and nervous system. The pain is excruciating, absolutely off the charts, and it can cause paralysis and cardiac arrest within minutes. That's what makes it so incredibly dangerous. You can be wading in knee-deep water, enjoying a beautiful day at the beach, and suddenly find yourself in a life-or-death situation. It's a stark reminder that even in the most idyllic places, danger can be lurking just beneath the surface. What a truly formidable creature. Now we're talking. Look at this magnificent beast, the saltwater crocodile, or salty as we call them back home. This is a living, breathing dinosaur, an apex predator that has ruled the waterways for millions of years. They are the absolute masters of ambush. You're looking at a creature with immense power, patience, and a bite force that can crush bone like it's a biscuit. They can hold their breath for ages, sitting perfectly still with just their eyes and nostrils above the water, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Their aggression is legendary, especially when they're defending their territory. They see anything that comes to the water's edge, be it a kangaroo, a buffalo, or an unwary person, as a potential meal. That sudden explosion of power when they launch out of the water is something you have to see to believe. It's pure, raw, prehistoric force. They're not just confined to salt water either. They'll happily swim way up into freshwater rivers and billabongs. So if you see a sign that says no swimming, it's there for a very, very good reason. Absolute respect for this incredible survivor. All right, let's head over to the vast plains of Africa for our next animal. And it's a big one, the African elephant. Now I know what you're thinking, Steve. Elephants are beautiful, intelligent, gentle giants. And you're right, they are. I have so much love for these magnificent animals. They're incredibly social. They mourn their dead. They show amazing intelligence. But that intelligence and emotion also makes them one of the most dangerous animals on the continent. You can never, ever underestimate a wild elephant. They are fiercely protective of their young and their herd. A mother elephant who thinks her calf is in danger is one of the most formidable forces in nature. And a bull elephant in must, a state of heightened aggression and hormones, is incredibly unpredictable and dangerous. With their immense size and strength, they can flip a car like it's a toy and charge at speeds you wouldn't believe. They're not malicious, but they demand respect. When you're in their home, you play by their rules, and that means keeping a very, very safe distance. What a majestic, powerful creature. Sticking with the African heavyweights, we come to an animal with a fearsome reputation. This is the Cape buffalo. They call it the Black Death, or the Widowmaker, and for good reason. This animal is responsible for more hunter injuries and deaths in Africa than any other. They look a bit like a domestic cow, but they're a whole different kettle of fish. They have this solid bone plate on their head called a boss, and those horns can do some serious damage. What makes them so dangerous is their completely unpredictable nature and their unbelievable grudge-holding ability. If you wound a Cape buffalo, it's been known to actively stalk and hunt its pursuer, circling around to ambush them from behind. They're not just big and strong, they're cunning. A herd of stampeding buffalo is like a freight train with no brakes, an unstoppable force of nature. Even lions think twice before taking on a full-grown buffalo. They've earned every bit of their reputation as one of Africa's most dangerous animals. All right, from the biggest and the baddest, we're going to the smallest. You might laugh, but this little critter is arguably the deadliest animal on the entire planet. It's the humble mosquito. Look at it, you barely even notice it landing on your arm. It doesn't have big teeth, no claws, no venomous sting in its tail. But this little insect is responsible for more human deaths every year than all the other animals on this list combined. How? Because it's a flying syringe, a master of spreading disease. When a mosquito bites you, it's not just taking a little blood, it can be injecting a deadly passenger. Diseases like malaria, dengue fever, Zika virus, yellow fever, the list goes on and on. These illnesses have claimed hundreds of millions of lives throughout human history. So while a lion or a croc is a very visible, immediate threat, the mosquito is a silent, widespread killer. It's a reminder that danger doesn't always come in a big, scary package. Sometimes the most dangerous things are the ones you can barely see. Let's journey into the lush rainforests of Central and South America for our next contender. And what a stunner! Look at the colours on this little bloke. This is the poison dart frog. They're like little living jewels hopping around on the forest floor. You see these vibrant blues, yellows and reds, and you just want to get a closer look. But those bright colours are not for show. They're a warning. It's nature's way of saying, don't touch, I'm beautiful, but I'm deadly. And you'd better listen, these frogs don't bite or sting. Their defense mechanism is in their skin. They secrete a powerful cocktail of toxins, and the golden poison frog is the most toxic of them all. It has enough poison on its skin to kill 10 grown men. Indigenous people in the rainforest have historically used these secretions to tip their blowgun darts for hunting, which is where they get their name. It's incredible to think that something so small and so beautiful can carry such a potent defense. A perfect example of look but don't touch. Back to my home turf, Australia, for this one. And when it comes to snakes, this is the undisputed champion of venom. Meet the inland taipan, also known as the fierce snake. Now, it's not the biggest snake or the most aggressive looking, but what's flowing through its veins is just mind-bogglingly potent. A single bite from an inland taipan has enough venom to kill over 100 people or 250,000 mice. That is just off the scale. It's the most toxic venom of any snake in the world, land or sea. The good news is this snake is actually quite shy and reclusive. It lives in the remote, arid regions of Central East Australia, so, human encounters are incredibly rare. It would much rather flee than fight, but if it's cornered and feels threatened, it will strike. And it does so with extreme accuracy and speed, delivering multiple bites in a single attack. It's a perfect example of how an animal's reputation for being dangerous is honestly pretty complex. It's got the deadliest weapon, but it's not looking for trouble. A truly remarkable and respected reptile. Back to Africa for our bronze medalist. And it's an animal that people get wrong all the time. They look big, dopey, and are a bit comical. But make no mistake, the hippopotamus is a killer. In fact, it's considered the most dangerous large land mammal in Africa. These guys are incredibly territorial and aggressive. That big, yawning mouth isn't a friendly gesture. It's a threat display, showing off those massive, lethal tusks that can bite a 10-foot crocodile in half. Despite their barrel-shaped bodies, they can outrun a human on land, and in the water they are, honestly, deceptively fast and agile. Most attacks happen when people in boats get between a hippo and its path back to deep water, or get too close to a mother and her calf. They will not hesitate to charge and capsize boats, and they will attack people with ferocious intent. They seem so placid just lazing about in the water, but that's their domain, and they will defend it to the death. An absolute powerhouse that demands a wide berth. For our runner-up, we're diving back under the waves, but this time we're looking for something much smaller than a croc or a hippo. You might see its beautiful patterned shell on the seabed and think it's a pretty souvenir. But picking up a cone snail could be the last thing you ever do. This little mollusk is one of the most sophisticated predators in the ocean. It hunts with a venomous harpoon-like tooth called a radula, which it shoots out to paralyze its prey instantly. The danger for humans is that the venom is a complex neurotoxin, and for some species, like the geography cone snail, there is no anti-venom. The sting can be painless at first, but symptoms like paralysis, breathing failure, and heart failure can set in rapidly. It's another case of a small, beautiful package hiding an incredibly potent weapon. So if you're ever exploring a reef or a tide pool, remember the rule. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. You never know what beautiful shell might be a loaded gun. Here we are at number 1, the animal that has captured our imagination for centuries, the king of beasts, the lion. There's nothing quite like the sight of a full-maned male lion striding across the savannah. They are the definition of an apex predator. Power, grace, and a roar that can be heard for miles, a sound that strikes fear into every other animal. They are social cats, living and hunting in prides, and that teamwork is what makes them such incredibly effective hunters. While lions don't typically hunt humans, they are opportunistic. An old or injured lion that can't take down its usual prey, like a buffalo or a zebra, might see a person as an easy meal. And in some regions, man-eating lions have become a terrifying problem. They are masters of the stalk, using cover to get incredibly close before launching a devastatingly fast and powerful attack. They are the ultimate symbol of the wild, a perfect balance of beauty and raw, untamable danger. They are the king, and you must always respect the king. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 of the most incredible and dangerous animals our beautiful planet has to offer. From the tiniest mosquito to the mighty lion, each one is a master of survival, perfectly adapted to its environment. The main lesson here, the one I've lived my whole life by, is respect. These animals aren't evil or malicious. They're just living their lives, defending their territory and raising their young. It's us who are the visitors in their world, and we need to act like it. So the next time you're out in the wild, remember what we've talked about today. Keep a safe distance, never feed wild animals, and always be aware of your surroundings. By understanding these creatures, we not only keep ourselves safe, but we deepen our appreciation for them. True conservation comes from a place of love and respect, not fear. They are a vital part of this world, and it's our privilege to share it with them. Stay safe out there, and keep that passion for wildlife burning bright. Now, I want to hear from you lot. Have you ever had a close encounter with a dangerous animal? What other creatures do you think should have made this list? Pop down into the comments and share your stories and your knowledge. I love learning from you as much as I love sharing with you. Thanks for joining me on this adventure, and remember, be a wildlife warrior. We'll see you on the next one.